Whoa, dude, look at my hair, bro. Where'd my hair go? What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another live stream for you. And as you notice, my hair's gone. No, but I got a haircut today. Finally, that freaking crap on my head is gone. I don't have a satellite dish chilling on the back of my head because for some reason, like when I go to sleep at night, my freaking hair stands up in the back, and it's hard as heck to get it to go down for real. But anyways, in this live stream, I am going to be giving you an overview, recapping the 2019 season, and previewing the 2020 season for the Florida Gators. The Gators. Now, of course, Florida is they've been very up and down some of these years. Past couple years, they've been really good. Looking at their history, we're going to, of course, they've started off. This freaking thing would actually decide. That would be great. Okay, there we go. They've played 107 seasons of college football from 1911 to 2019. Their record is 708, 411, and 37. And they have played in two conferences. And they've also been an independent. It seems like every major college has been an independent at some point. I think that's the way college teams usually start out. They usually start off as an independent, and then maybe a couple years down the line, unless you're Notre Dame or a couple other teams, you join a conference. Well, these guys joined the Southern Conference, and then a little while down the road, they joined the SEC. I mean, the Southern and SEC could be the same conference, just different name. Who knows? But anyways, we're going to go back in time to when they first joined the SEC, which was all the way back in 1933. They had Dutch Stanley as their head coach. And then you look through their history, they had guys like Josh Cody, was it Tom Lieb, Raymond Wolf. They had Bob Woodruff. That's kind of funny because I know someone in the Sports Fury Nation whose name is Bobby Woodruff. Oh, man. Ray Graves. You have Doug Dickey, Charlie Pell, Galen Hall, or Jalen Hall, however you say his name. You had Gary Darnell for like a couple games. Then you get into a name that a lot of Gator fans and SEC fans know quite well, and that is Steve Spurrier. Went 9-2 in his first season with the Gators in 1990. And from that point on, this team literally would not miss a bowl game until 2013. With Steve Spurrier, they had records of 9-2 in 90, 10-2 in 91, 9-4 in 92. 93, they went 11-2. 94, 10-2-1. 95, 12-1. 12-1 again in 96. 10-2 in 97. 10-2 again in 98. 9-4 in 99. And then he went 10-3 in 2000. And then 10-2 in 2001. And his term in the swamp ended with a W in the Orange Bowl. And then he left, so they brought in Ron Zook, and he went 8-5, 2 straight years, in 2002 and 2003. In 2004, he started off 7-4, and then they brought in Charlie Strong, who went 0-1. And then, of course, that ended with a Peach Bowl loss. And then they brought in my guy, Urban Meyer, in 2005. And, of course, we all know what Urban would do with the Gators as he would bring them home 2 national championships. One came at the expense of my Buckeyes, of course. But, with Urban Meyer, they went 9-3, 13-1, 9-4, 13-1, 13-1, and then a pretty much mediocre 8-5 record. And then he left. I believe it was because of what was it? The same thing that's been bothering him pretty much his entire coaching career. Essentially, he has a freaking like cyst in his head that if he gets too stressed out, it hurts and stuff. He gets like headaches and stuff. I think that's what it was, or it might have been something different. But he retired. He retired from coaching, and then Will Muschamp came to the Swamp, and his first year was 7-6, got a win in the Gator Bowl. Then in 2012, went 11-2, lost in the Sugar Bowl, and then 2013, 4-8. Wow. And then he would go 6-5 in 2014. And then DJ Durkin, they would replace him with DJ Durkin. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because he was the head coach at Maryland. And there's a whole story that came out from Maryland that actually led to Durkin, I guess, being fired or whatever, where a kid unfortunately passed away while practice or while working out or something. I don't know the exact story. Look it up. I'm sure there's a story on it. But yeah, Durkin was the coach, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, lovely. So then, after Durkin goes 1-0 there, wins the Birmingham Bowl, nothing big. They get rid of him, whatever. They bring in Jim McElwain. And in his, I guess you could say 2 and whatever quarter year, because he only lasted 7 games with the Gators, and then they took him out and replaced him with Randy Shannon. So, yeah, 10-4 in 2015, lost in the Citrus Bowl. 2016, 9-4, won the Outback Bowl. And then 2017 starts off 3-4. They replaced him with Randy Shannon. And now that takes us to where we are now in 2018. They bring in Dan Mullen. And so far, they've been pretty good. They've went pretty amazing, actually, 21-5 in Mullen's 2 years as head coach of the Gators. 2 bowl game wins, 1 in the Peach and 1 in the Orange Bowl. Pretty impressive. I'm pretty sure Florida will once again be lurking in the depths, waiting to strike. It's going to be a fun year in the SEC. Of course, with this whole situation going on right now, it'll be really interesting to see what happens with college football. A lot of ADs say that they want to play. My AD, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but he said that he could see it where maybe stadiums are 1/3 full. Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, Florida's looking nice. I've seen them on the recruiting trail, bringing in some really, really good players over the next couple of years. So, yeah, let's take a look at their 2019 schedule. And, of course, like I said, they lost 2 games. And last year they started off the season on August 24th in Orlando, Florida against the U. On ESPN, they got the win over the U. So there's big bragging rights there. They beat a fellow Florida team. Gotta love to see that. I know there's been a lot of hype around the Hurricanes the past couple of years, but other than that 1 year where they were just insanely good, they've just been kind of meh. Then they had a bye week. So after you get a win over the U, you have a bye week. And you come out of that bye week against UT Martin, the Skyhawks. And as you'd expect, 45-0 Gators. Then you start your SEC play. You beat Kentucky by 8 points. You smash Tennessee 34-3. Then you get another, punching bag game, doormat game against Towson. And you smash them 38-0. No surprise there. You beat Auburn. You lose to LSU, but everyone lost to LSU. And then you beat South Carolina 38-27. Then you have another bye week. You come out of that one. You go to Jacksonville. Don't they call this game the world's largest cocktail party or something between them and Georgia or something like that? Well, they go there and they lose to Georgia. I know Uncle Lou loved that. I am pretty sure he enjoyed that game as much as anyone. And Vanderbilt, yeah, really. I mean, they were bounced back from that loss to Georgia by smashing Vanderbilt. Okay, then they would crush Mizzou. Another bye. These guys really had 3 bye weeks. Wow. Then they would play Florida State, and they would win. Then they would go in the Capital One Orange Bowl, and they would beat the ACC runner-up Virginia Cavaliers at Hard Rock Stadium. So that's kind of funny. They start off against Miami University out of Florida, the U, and they end their season ends at the U's home stadium. Because in case you didn't know, the U plays at Hard Rock. They used to have their own stadium, but well, no. Did they even really ever have their own stadium, or have they always been sharing with the Dolphins? I think they've always been sharing. I don't know. Who really cares? But anyways, yeah, they ended their season with a win over Virginia. So now let's take a look at their season for this year and see how difficult their schedule is. We all know how difficult SEC schedules usually are. And what do you know? They start off the season against the almighty Eastern Washington Eagles. Ooh. Then they have Kentucky. Then they face South Alabama. Ah. Then they have Tennessee. Tennessee's actually looking like they could be a threat in the next couple of years. I mean, I see their fans talking all kinds of stuff about how they're going to have the best recruiting class in the nation, for 2021. But yet they get all these top recruits or whatever, and they still can't catch Ohio State. That's funny. Then they have LSU, Ole Miss, bye week. You have the cocktail party, I think that's what it's called, against Georgia. Then you have Vandy, Mizzou. Then they face the almighty New Mexico State Aggies. Ah! And then they end it with Florida State. Nice. And then, of course, you have the SEC championship game. Nice. Now, just for lulz, let's take a look at Alabama, right? Let's take a look and see what other SEC teams have to deal with, because we just love looking at those, right? So let's look at Alabama, okay? Let's find them here. By the way, I don't know if you guys realize this, but UConn is actually an independent this year. Yeah. They're not in the conference this year, in case you didn't know. But let's take a look real quick at SEC. Let's take a look at Alabama, because a lot of people like to criticize their schedules every year because they play freaking weak opponents. So anyways, Alabama, I'm probably going to wind up doing a full video on these guys at some point. But yeah, just looking at their out of conference games, their non-con games, as you would expect, we got some cupcakes, people. Who wants some cupcakes? Although they have 3 cupcakes and USC. And we don't even know if they're going to play that game. Because of the whole thing with, California, the whole situation going on right now. But yeah, they have USC at Arlington, Texas, Saturday, September 5th. So that's not even in Cali or whatever. It's a neutral site game. Then they play Georgia State. Then they play Georgia. Then they play Kent State. Then Ole Miss. Then Arkansas. Then Mississippi State. Then they play Tennessee. Then they have a bye week. Then they have LSU, UT Martin, Texas A&M, and then Auburn. Okay, you know what? Just for lulz again, let's see who they play in 2021. Let's see how many cupcakes they play after. Okay, 2021. Here we go. This is their cupcake. These are their the cupcake games. No, actually, they only have 2 doormat games next year and that year. No, wait. They have 3. They have Miami, Florida, which is actually not a cupcake. They're actually tough. They might actually be able to give them a run for their money. Then they play Southern Miss, New Mexico State, and Mercer. And people get mad at Ohio, say, they always talk about Ohio State. Like, who do you play? You ain't play nobody. Look at these guys freaking play. Bro. I mean, at least Ohio State, there's going to be a year where Ohio State plays like two actually like decent teams in the same freaking year. It's actually insane. Like we got Texas coming up at some point. We got Washington, Notre Dame. We got freaking Georgia in like the 2030s. Bro. I mean, I understand, Bama, you want to, have a couple doormats and stuff, but look at this, man. Damn. Oh, well, can't really, get mad, whatever. Let's see what chat's saying. What's up, Nick? Browns lovers, how did you get a cut? How? I went to a barber shop. UF for most of my life has always been a very consistent. Yeah. Florida's always just been, they've never really been absolute garbage. They've been bad, like the 4-8 year, but after that, they rebounded quick. But of course, one thing with SEC teams is they're always known for just playing a bunch of freaking cupcake teams. I mean, bro, Alabama's really out here playing like Southern Miss, New Mexico State, freaking Mercer. Really? Really? Wow. Wow. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm probably going to wind up talking about Alabama at some point in the near future. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about regarding the Florida Gators. The barbershops in PA aren't opening for another few months, sadly. Yeah, they opened up barbershops, I think, like last week. And I was able to, because of course you have to do it by appointment. You have to wear a face mask. And they're being really, of course, as you can expect, being very stingy with these, rules and stuff. They ain't taking no chances. This is the first college video I've seen from you, man. Have you done a vid on Georgia yet? No, I have not done it. I have not done Georgia yet, but I'm probably going to do them at some point as well. If not in an actual video, like one of their own videos, I'm going to be talking about like conferences, giving my conference previews some point down the line, probably like July, August, when we get closer to the season. So far, I've done Sacred Heart, of course, Ohio State, but yeah, Sacred Heart. I've done Pitt and Notre Dame. Our governor might not open schools right away. I don't know what's going to happen with schools around here. I know Kent State came out and said that they're right now going to have some classes that are in person, but they will also have classes that will be online. And if cases start to spike again, they're going to go completely online. Is Ohio going to open schools? Honestly, I don't know. I haven't really heard anything about it. Like I said, Kent State, they're going partial in person. Dorms are going to be open, though. That'll be interesting to see what happens there. But, yeah. I think the next team I'm going to do, I might as well do Alabama next. I mean, I just said I was going to do them at some point, so I'm probably going to do Alabama next. So, yeah, I might not be able to get a cut until September. Damn. I haven't gotten a haircut since before my surgery. Because I know this because after my surgery, like I couldn't do much of anything. I could barely move. I could barely walk for like the first like week or so because of the pain and stuff. And I know for a fact that I didn't get a cut because I would have been very uncomfortable and stuff. So, and I haven't gotten a cut since the crap started. So that was definitely before the Super Bowl. It was probably before the playoffs. Hard to really say, though. It's probably like December. I don't know. It's really hard to say. It was probably, I'm going to say it was probably like, if at all, if I remember correctly, I probably got my hair cut last time, probably January, early February, like right before my surgery. Hard to really say. I can't really remember. I guess I'll just have to go back to my videos and just look to see like when my hair was insanely short from the last time, because I know it's been a very long time. Comfortable having any fans at all in the fall? Yeah, that'll be really, really, really interesting to see like how things go with sports. But I've been going for over 20 minutes, so I think I'm gonna wrap this one up, and I'll probably have my next one out. I'm going to do Alabama. I've made that decision, and I'm going to do Alabama for my next overview. Might as well, right? I was already out here complaining about them scheduling cupcakes, so I might as well talk about the team in general. But yeah, then I'm probably going to choose a completely different team for the next one. I just figured I might as well do Alabama, might as well. So that's going to wrap it up for this live stream, guys. And I might have a couple of videos out over the next couple of days, just completely gassing up the Browns, talking all kinds of good stuff about them, like I always do. If I hear anything else about like signings or whatever, I will make a video on it. But if nothing else, do I watch BVD? I've heard of him. I have not watched any of his videos, although with college football season coming up and with all the hype around Tennessee, I might have to check out a couple of videos. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up. Different states opening up restaurants for Ohio just opened dine-in for like restaurants. I know the health department wasn't too happy with how the whole porch thing went. Restaurants were allowing people to eat outside on like outside like porch areas. He's on the morning show with Uncle Lou. Huh. Yeah, I've heard of the morning show. I just haven't watched any of his videos. He's still doing takeout. Yeah, we still got takeout going on out here. But that's going to wrap it up, guys. And I'll see you guys probably. I'm probably going to do my next one on Sunday. Probably, if not Sunday, it'll be Monday for sure. But yeah, it's going to wrap it up. And if I hear anything else about the Browns, and yeah, I did see Bad Dog absolutely eviscerate Slitta, like always. I mean, come on, really? I mean, whatever. I'm not even going to get into it. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up, guys. I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns. And I'm out. And go Bucks, too. Can't forget.